Hi everyone, I'm Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a lovely style to show you. This is Briar by Noriko and the color is spiced brown. Before we start, I'd like to thank Shirley's Wig Shop for sending me this style so that I could review her for you. And also to remind you that Shirley has a private Facebook group called Shirley's Wig Shop, Hair's Looking at You Kid. It's a wonderful group where we exchange ideas and information or just show off our beautiful styles, and we invite you to join us there. Also, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe down below, like and comment, and we'll get started. So let's get a good look at Briar right out of the box. I haven't done any styling. I did film a shorts video for this style, but all I've done is finger combed her and put her on my head, and this is what we have. So you're getting a good idea of what you'll receive right out of the box. Now this style is described as a bob style, a wavy bob style, but really to me this looks more like a wavy shag. This is how I would describe it because you have quite a few layers and the fibers aren't really around your face very much. I don't think I would even want to tuck these fibers because they're staying back the way this is curled and the way these layers fall. So that's nice. If you don't really want to tuck your hair at all, I think you can, but you don't need to. It's staying back quite a bit with this type of a shape. And then you have a side swept fringe. So let's pull that out so you can see. Of course, you could trim this into shorter bangs if you like bangs, or you can sweep it to the side the way I have, and you can style this back. You could use a little wig paste to keep this back. And so you have a few options with those layers. And then you just have these loose waves. And overall, this style feels very light on the head. I'll put the weight here in some text, but it feels extremely light. Talk about low density. But let's get a quick look at the details. So we have that extended lace, and this they're describing as a new cap by Noriko, and we'll discuss that in detail during my review of the cap construction. But you have an extended lace front, and that is running, it's a little hard to see. This is my bio hair, I think to about there on both sides. So a nice extended lace front. Now Noriko does tend to fit a little on the smaller side of average, and you can see this is quite a bit of bio hair that's showing with my 22-inch circumference. But a lovely lace front, and this looks really good against my skin tone. And you have lighter fibers in the front there. Well, there's still a sort of brown or auburn shade there, but you can see very delicate knotting. That is extremely well done, very natural looking. And then we have a left mono part, and I don't really see any zigzag there, so that doesn't even need to be changed, but maybe I changed it when I did the shorts video. I'm not sure now, but what I want to do is put a little bit of scar tape under there to help create just a little bit of scalp appearance. I believe you're seeing my bio hair through that right now. So I'll do that later in the video, but let's get a quick look at her from all sides so you can see the waves and the layers. Here she is from the right and the back. And the left. So just a lovely shag or bob, I'm not sure what you would call this, style with a side swept fringe that is very light on the head and just very cute, very practical, everyday kind of style. So next, we'll go ahead and we'll look at the cap construction. Then I'll take Briar outside so we can get a good look at this beautiful new color also by Noriko in natural light. And then lastly, we'll go over final thoughts. So here we have the cap construction. First, I'll remove the piece of silicone scar tape that I like to apply to the underside of my monofilaments and monotops to help create scalp appearance in this area where otherwise my dark bio hair might show through the monofilament. I like to use the AWD Medical silicone scar sheets. I purchased them on Amazon, and I'll leave that in my description box down below. So as you can see, this is the cap construction, and I want to just read this to you so that I get it exactly right. This, according to Noriko, is the new Velusoft lace cap, and it has their soft luxe lace. So that's what they're calling this cap, and the material, this lace material. I reviewed Clara by Renee of Paris previously, and she had a similar lace, if not the identical lace. And of course, Noriko and Renee of Paris are both Adaran's brands, so I'm not surprised that they would use similar materials. And as I said in my review for Clara, this lace is a little different than the usual lace that I'm familiar with the wigs that I review. It is a little bit thicker and it's a light color. It's not just clear, it's kind of a cream or beige color, and it's soft. It's quite soft. And it works really well on my skin tone, but I do think that if you have a darker skin tone, you might need to work to blend this lace because it is not just a clear lace. It has a bit of a tint to it. So wanted to point that out, but as you can see, we have this left mono part, and it's a wide part, so you can change your parting space anywhere within this area. And then you have a silicone seam here that connects it to this new lace material. And it's an extended lace front running probably about 2/3 of the way down the ear tab on both sides. So a generous extended lace front. I love extended lace fronts because they allow you to style your wig away from the face and have that appearance of hair growth all along the extended lace front. So I love that feature. And as I said, this lace works for my skin tone. Then you have ear tabs with metal stays. You have an extended nape for a bit of extra coverage, and you have these pull adjusters. And I will say that even though Noriko average sizes tend to run slightly on the smaller side, this cap fits me comfortably. I have a little less coverage than I normally would, especially around the ears, but it still works for my 22-inch circumference, and I'll leave all my measurements in the description box down below in case you'd like to compare them to your own. So the open wefting here on the sides and in the back creates a nice stretch. So that is the cap construction. I did check the style for permatease, and there is some permatease, but it's well done and it's not visible from the surface, as you can see. So that's not an issue. That's really when I object to permatease, is if I can see it at all from the surface. And I think it just helps maintain the shape for this style and also hide wefting, of course. So overall, a lovely cap construction for this style. So let's get a good look at this beautiful new color, spiced brown, out here in natural light. First, I'll read you the description from the Adaran's website. It's described as a perfectly placed warm dark brown with a dark reddish brown and dark golden brown tones, and you can see those different brunette tones in there that create a natural and dimensional finish. And I absolutely agree. I see some beautiful dimension there with that more golden brown and then the red brown just blended beautifully, not at all stripy. Definitely a warm brunette and just stunning. I did notice, especially when I had the wig off, that the underlayer is where you see more of that dark red brown, and I'm hoping I can show you this out here. The dark red brown is more on the underlayer and then of course blended as well, and then you have the golden brown more on the surface. So you see those two different tones. Of course, I don't have a sample from the coloring because this is a new color, but maybe I'll show you, I'll divide the fiber so you can see it from the back as well, that underlayer, how it's a different color than the surface layer. But I think it works really well. Let's go ahead and look at the details again out here. So again, we have that extended lace front, and you can see very delicate knotting, despite the fact that this is a brunette shade. And we have that left part, and I do have some silicone scar tape under there to help create some scalp appearance. I think that looks very natural. And then you can see just some highlights here. I'm seeing them. Beautiful, dimensional, warm brunette. Let's look at her from all sides. Here she is from the right. And the back, And let's separate. So you can see the more golden brown on the surface. And then if I divide the fibers and lift that up, I'm hoping you will see the darker red brown underneath there. But I just think that works really well and creates this beautiful warm brunette shade. And I love it for a little shaggy style with a side swept fringe. I think it's a really beautiful color that complements this little style. So next we'll go back inside and go over final thoughts. Briar by Noriko here is just an adorable little wavy bob or shag, whatever you want to call it, style with these loose waves, lots of layers throughout, and this side swept fringe that you can easily trim or sweep to the side or style up and away from the face, just however you like it. And I think this style just feels so light to wear, would be a great everyday style, and is just adorable. So this color also, I'm loving this spiced brown with the darker red brown and the more golden brown throughout, just beautifully blended. Let's get another look here under indoor lighting. So just absolutely beautiful. And of course she has that new cap construction with that lace that works well for my skin tone. And overall, I think this is a lovely style. I wanted to remind you that you can purchase Briar from Shirley's Wig Shop, and I'll leave a direct link in my description box down below. Also, I wanted to thank you for watching today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.